Hello, Fraktu. Maybe when the story really picks up, but for now, nah. I just like reading it on my own. Sims is awake! Yay! Very good. Heaven-san. It looks like we're about to arrive. When Kairi shook her shoulders, Eva jumped in a wolf from her doze. I'm sorry. I was half asleep. Sorry to scare you. No. What happened to my game? There we go. Oh, he's here. Aunt Eva, you were out cold. Did you get up early this morning? Maybe. I let you all see something embarrassing. I'm sorry. I missed her. Well, I'd say it's pretty impressive you were relaxed enough to sleep. Butler kept yelling, "We're gonna fall! We're gonna drown!" I can't get bored with this guy around. Shut up! Only humans have at least one thing they're weak against. Butler and Jessica came in, messing around. Rudolph also made a face as if asking, "Are you okay?"
Get a hold of yourself. When you see Dad and the rest, all that sleepiness will go right out the window. Let's all give it our best, okay?
Hi, Tamate. It's hard to summarize it, but I guess the best way is that it's like Danganronpa, but with magic and witches. I think that's the best way to describe it. That's right. We have to keep together, especially this year. Okay, I'm out. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's it. Let's all tighten.
What? Okay, I guess he really is the father of Battler.
That's it. Let's all tighten our assholes and go.
Rudolph said these strict words in a small voice that only Eva could hear. Failure would not be tolerated in this year's family conference. All of their companies were hanging on the balance. Even Rudolph's face looked a little tense. Eva's expression probably looked tense as well. Mom, I have our luggage. Let's go up onto the deck. Thank you. You really are considerate, George. Why are you thinking me so suddenly? It's not like you, Mother.
Eva! George! We're here! Grab our luggage!
We're here! We're here! Ugh. She's still here. Hey, Maria! Stop running or you'll trip! It seemed Maria was already getting excited. She ran circles around Hideyoshi, escaping from Rosa, who was trying to catch her. We love Key. What is it, Mother? Do you feel sick?
George! Take our luggage and go on ahead. Your mother's probably feeling anemic, so I'll lend her a hand.
Really? Okay, I'll head up first. Something odd in Eva's expression told Hideyoshi that it hadn't been a pleasant awakening, so he made George go on ahead. Rudolph's family and Rosa's family also went up onto the deck, leaving only Eva and Hideyoshi inside the boat. Eva had a vague expression on her face as though she still hadn't been able to escape from her daydream.
What's wrong? Why the meek face?
I wonder if I'm using George as a tool for my own revenge. I wonder if my children's hostility towards Nissan has caused me to treat that child's life like a toy. What have I done? What have I...
That isn't true. George is our wonderful son, and he'll always perform at Meyerby whenever he goes. Eva, even if you let your own hopes get in the way a bit, everything turned out okay in the end, hasn't it? You haven't done anything wrong. In fact, George is grateful for the strict discipline you gave him, right?
Really? Hey, really? George doesn't think I'm a terrible mother, does he? Does he? Does he? Does he?
He never said anything like that, not even once. You're just worrying too much.
Hideyoshi-sama, everyone has left the boat. Oh, did you lose something? Do you need a hand? Kumasawa had come to check on them when they hadn't gone up to the deck. Hideyoshi hid Eva behind his back so that her expression wouldn't be seen.
Yeah, sorry. My necktie pin just got a bit crooked. We're fine and we're out in a sec. Wait outside for us.
Is that so? Then I will wait outside. Even though she didn't really understand, Kumasawa realized that something had come up and disappeared so that she didn't trouble them further. If they stayed here any longer, they would probably make everyone else worry too.
It's about time to go. We'll make George and the rest worry.
George really doesn't despise me.
Yeah, nothing of the sort. In fact, he's very grateful. Did you have a nightmare? Again?
Yes. Hideyoshi knew that Eva was often tormented by nightmares, and they always grew more marked on the days leading up to the family conference. Hideyoshi knew that Eva's relationship with Kraus was still full of antagonism to the point of being traumatic, and that she still couldn't let go of the feelings she had as a child.
That was a dream. I'm with you now. If I grasp your hand like this, the dream will go away. Right? Look, I'm holding it tight.
That hurts. Thank you. I'm fine now. Let's get off the boat.
Yeah, let's get off the boat. Everyone's waiting for us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I yelled at you about the smoke from your cigarettes just now.
Come on, you normally wouldn't apologize for that sort of thing. You're all frail after having that dream. Don't worry about it. I was wrong for not realizing that the smoke was affecting you.
Have you started to hate me?
No way, no way. If I hated you after something like that, we wouldn't have lasted 3 days. Come on, stand up, stand up. Let's get off this boat.
First, not problematic, healthy relationship in the game? Whoa. Hideyoshi-sama, Eva-sama.
Is everything alright?
Ah, it's Goda. Hideyoshi-sama, Eva-sama, is everything alright? Are you not feeling well? This time it was Goda. It looked like they'd keep everyone waiting too long after all. Even Eva had to stand up without grumbling now. She had to stop forcing her bad mood onto her husband and causing him any more trouble. Because that wasn't something a good wife would do. Is everything okay? It's a matter concerning your health. Shall I call Dr. Nanjo? Thanks, but I'm just feeling a little anemic. I'm fine now.
It's a woman's disease. Don't worry about it.
Come on. Don't say stuff like that in front of people. It's embarrassing.
Oh, sorry.
Eva elbowed Hideyoshi in the gut. By the time her normal expression had returned, which allowed Hideyoshi to relax a little. The bright sunlight outside almost made her dizzy. A small plank for getting off the boat was lowered, and Goda was waiting there, smiling and ready to lend them a hand. Please, Eva-san, your hand. Thank you. Welcome to Ronkenjima. Welcome back. Oh, I thought that was Shannon. Huh? When she left the boat, it seemed to Eva as though she heard the voice of her younger self. No, it hadn't seemed that way. Someone had told her, "Welcome back." After becoming a shameless adult, the voice of her young self was distant. What am I living for? What can I do to release myself from this obsession? Hideyoshi heard her talking to herself. When Hideyoshi had held on tightly to Eva's shoulders, his firmness alone told her that there was no need to say anymore. Maybe it was because the typhoon was getting closer. The lively cries of the seagulls, which usually greeted them when they arrived, couldn't be heard at all. My preparations are already complete. Oh, this song. What do you mean 6 years ago? I mean, I was still in elementary school back then, right? It's pretty unfair to expect me to remember everything, don't you think? True. Especially because we were so young, we've grown a lot in these 6 years. If I hadn't been introduced, I might not even have remembered you. Really? I figured he was Battler right away, and when he opened his mouth, I was sure.
Oh, I just met him for the first time. Didn't know him 6 years ago. That's right. Maria-sama was only 3 years old then.
Well, the same goes for me. I only knew Maria when she was 3 years old, and since she's grown so big, of course I wouldn't recognize her. After lunch, we had all gone out to the beach to walk around, talk, and take it easy. Our parents were apparently having a suspicious, complicated discussion, so we ended up leaving them behind. Okay, so we skipped a lot ahead. Well, just as I've guessed from the start, the conversation focused on me since I've been away for 6 years.
Still, you're really gotten tall. I wouldn't call myself short, but your height really surprised me.
That's right. I remember well that Butler-sama was like 6 years ago, but I was surprised even so.
Yeah, seriously. I can hardly believe this is the same Butler we knew back then. I'm surprised how much everyone remembers about it. My memory's so hazy.
Yeah, I'll bet. Looks like it's taking you a while to remember us. You know, that hurts a bit.
Come on, this was 6 years ago, right? I'm the one who has it bad being forced to remember.
Are you saying that you can't remember well because it was 6 years ago? I can remember it as clearly as if it happened yesterday.
Well, your memory's great after all. You remember the kind of things Butler did and said back then pretty clearly, don't you?
Come to think of it, that's right. Shanon's memory can be incredible when you least expect it. I'm horrible at remembering. I remember fun things, but can't remember boring things at all.
Oh, she really is autistic. Epic. We all laughed, saying that everyone was like that. Shannon, by the way, what was Butler like 6 years ago? Remember any interesting episodes?
Let's see. I'm sure that he said something like this when he left. I'll be back. See you again. I will surely come for you riding a white horse.
Oh, don't say that! Sounds just like something you'd say. Yeah, I remember you always used to be full of those stupid lines, Battler.
It really does sound like something Butler would have said back then.
Huh? Embarrassing. Is that embarrassing?
Yeah. Horribly embarrassing. Buddy, I'm sure that when you're in middle school, you'll want to say embarrassing stuff like that. When that happens, make sure you write it down and read it 3 times before you say it out loud. If you don't, you'll definitely regret it. Still, everyone has to pass through that pitiful period. That's right, that's how you learn your place, learn shame, and become an adult. Yeah, it's one of those bittersweet things everyone does in adolescence as they transition to becoming adults. A memory you just want to forget. After all, this was all stuff I let slip out without thinking, so I didn't remember the words exactly. But now that those words were being recited to me, they were as embarrassing as hell. I only recently came to understand its weakness and was working hard to avoid such careless outbursts, but I guess I was just born with a habit of speaking without thinking, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Shannon, do you remember any other embarrassing stuff? Yes, well, I remember a few other things, but since it looks like the person in question wants to forget them, I think I'll refrain from saying it anymore.
To be brutally honest, I don't remember this at all. Please don't make me remember.
Who? Shannon's Pauline Butler. Oh, you can't. You shouldn't bully people.
See, she isn't really bullying him. Let's leave it at that, alright? But Shannon, you have to tell me about it all sometime. When Butler isn't around. It sounds pretty interesting.
Yes, certainly.
No, you can't, Shannon-chan! For a while, George-Aniki laughed at me as though warming up for when Shannon-chan would tell him about more of my embarrassing mistakes. Oh, everything's so quaint and nice and happy. Oh, please. I can't take it. I can't. This is so evil, making you go through this over and over. I get it now. I get it why it's supposed to be torture. George looked like he was flirting with Shannon, but he seemed somewhat open and frank about it. He was always that way with his cousins, but he usually took on a reserved, gentlemanly attitude when it came to in contact with the servants. When I thought about it, I got the feeling he was a bit overly friendly, which seems strange. Maria started scribbling in the sand with a stick, and George-Aniki and Shannon-chan joined in. This left me and Jessica off to the side, so I asked her secretively, "Hey, Jessica, is George-Aniki, going out with Shannon-chan?" Oh, what the? How you guess? Butler, you've got a keener eye for people than I thought. Huh? What? I was just kidding, but they're actually going out.
Shh! Your voice is too loud. It looks like they're keeping it a secret for now, okay?
It'll be better if anyone found that out. It'll be better if nobody found out about it, especially Aunt Eva. I see. Love with the servant, huh? Yeah, but since when? I guess a lot can happen in 6 years. But yeah, I think he's an amazing person, and Shannon-chan seems to be kind and brave. His Butler's so stupid, bro. He has no idea how to read the room. Oh crap, he talked more. So they might make a pretty good match. Actually, 6 years ago, I remember taking notice of her just a little bit. I see, she really fits well with George-Aniki. Nothing I can do about that. Goodbye, my fleeting love of 6 years ago. Which means that the collection of embarrassing lines Shannon-chan had just held back on probably had something to do with that. I can't take it. How long have they been going out?
That depends on what you call going out, but I think it's been at least a year. But if you count the time they both had one-sided feelings, it'll probably be several years.
Before I realized that the two of them had separated themselves from the group and were walking down the beach talking about something. They looked calm, and rather than a light relationship between two lovers, it looked like a more serious one, as though they were already engaged. 6 years ago, huh? That's a long time. What did those 6 years mean to me? I've just gotten taller. It was just a waste of time, 6 years I spent abstinently fighting with my dad.
What about you, Butler?
You got a girlfriend? I wonder. There's a few girls that I have fun with, but there's no only one. I guess I'm just a kid. I think it's more fun to be noisy with a large group of people than being alone with one person. Hey! I agree with that. Not in a relationship sense, but in a hangout sense. I much prefer being in a VC with 10 million people screaming at each other than just a one-on-one call. Ah, that's how you, Butler.
But take your relationships with your female friends seriously. When girls get wrong impressions or form a group, it can be scary, you know. They might be having secret feuds over you behind your back with people getting hurt or crying.
That's so weird. I think I remember getting the same bit of advice from one of the girls in my class just last week. What's this all about? Why can't everyone just have fun together? Do people really want to couple up that much?
It's probably because you've never found a partner like that, Butler. Well, you might run into someone sooner or later. You just gotta wait patiently.
What? It almost sounds like you're already found a partner like that. What about you, huh? Have you gotten a boyfriend?
Huh? No,
Come on, that reaction's so easy to understand. From the looks of it, there's some boy you're thinking about, but you haven't been able to confess to him yet. Something like that.
No, that's not... shut up! Who cares about that, okay?
If you're the one who brought up this subject, why are you yelling at me now? Women are creatures who always ask questions and yet almost never answer them. What cruel creatures, seriously.
Well, I did try to confess once. Well, I struggled pretty badly.
Did you get in, I'm sorry?
No, my feelings were seriously one-sided and they didn't really know how to respond, I guess. It was just like they didn't view me that way at all.
Well, I can understand that. You talk like a man after all. If you don't act a bit more graceful, you won't be able to catch a boy's interest.
Is it really... is the way I speak really that bad?
Well, how you talk isn't everything, but when people like you, who usually have a rough style of speech, suddenly start working hard to talk more normally, well, there are guys out there whose heart will skip a beat when they'll see how determined you are.
Is that really so? I see. Yeah.
Jessica suddenly started talking more meekly, and then her face instantly went slightly red. I see, even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up. But still, I get it. After seeing how close Georgianiki and Shannon-chan have gotten, I also kinda want to find a girlfriend. 6 years. 6 years of puberty are pretty important, and they went by pretty fast. As the typhoon approached, the clouds grew steadily grayer. But even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll try thinking more seriously about the opposite sex, more than just the size of their boobs. By the way, it looks like Georgianiki's going out with a servant. Don't tell me it's the same for you.
Huh? What? Why do you think something like that?
Come to think of it, that kid who greeted us in the Rose Garden. You were covering for him pretty intensely, considering he was just a little awkward at talking.
No, that's not! Now you're just getting paranoid!
Then tell me just one thing. Right now, is the boy you're after within 1 kilometer of the spot?
Well, about that, I wonder...
Kanunkan was the only boy on this island now who could possibly become her boyfriend, so judging by her reaction, I was right on. I didn't think of the Ushiromio family as a noble family, but love with the servant. I wouldn't have dreamed that the two pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me. Aunt Eva would probably become an obstacle to Georgianiki and Shannon-chan's love. If Aunt Eva ever learned that Shannon-chan was the partner of her only beloved son, she'd probably scream at her for trying to steal away her precious George. And a relationship between Jessica and Kanunkan would probably be just full of difficulties. Aunt Natsuhi was also pretty strict about that kind of thing. After all, Jessica's husband would probably become the head of the Ushiromio family in the future. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, things would get complicated. Well, love is different for every person. As long as you're with someone who's fun to be around, does anything else matter? I am here now, I was performing magic in the restroom. Wow, I hope that went quite well and smoothly with no dangers. Welcome, Sems number 3. When two people pair up, they don't need anyone's permission as long as they accept each other. Worrying about what your partners or family will say means you've already lost. Don't forget that. You'd better not go out with someone with mixed feelings.
I can't believe you're saying something so philosophical sounding when you haven't even been in love.
Don't treat love like a matter of profit and loss. It's about heart. That's all I have to say. Well then,
See you again. Have a nice day.
Jordan-san, shut up! This guy, he's so
I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me.
I heard it! See you again! See you again!
For a while, we forgot that the wind was getting stronger and played around on the beach. Oh, my heart, please. I can't take it no more. So cute. I hope whatever true ending there is, I hope I make it. I grew a lot in this past 6 years, and being able to celebrate my youth and meet with all my cousins is very, truly refreshing. It was a bit late now, but I realized that I should have gotten back together with everyone a lot sooner and returned to the Ushiromiya family. It sure is nice to have all the cousins together every once in a while.
I like it too. It's really fun when all the cousins get together.
That's right. We're already old enough. It's not like we couldn't meet each other when our parents aren't around. It might not be a bad idea to gather the cousins together and play every once in a while. That's a good plan. Maybe we should set up something like that the next time we get a chance.
Yeah, I agree. I hope we cousins can stay friends forever.
Hey, if you make such a big deal out of it, you almost make it sound like relatives usually end up hating each other.
Well...
George-san and Jessica laughed, but it felt a little strained. Did I say something wrong? Judging by how her parents made quiet expressions and tired faces every once in a while during the boat ride at the airport, maybe I should have kept that to myself. You're right. It's just like Jessica said. Let's always be friends with each other.
Me too. We're all friends.
That's right. Yeah. We'll always be together. We'll always be friends.
Man, we've been saying some pretty embarrassing stuff. I feel kinda awkward. But I think it's very important. People are creatures who find it very hard to stay together, much less remain friends unless they truly desire it.
That's right. You really can't take everyone being friendly for granted.
Huh? I wish I now said it. Happiness won't be granted unless everyone believes in it.
That's true. Maybe some magic exists in the power of belief. If we all believe in that, I'm sure it will bring us happiness.
Alright, well, if we're doing embarrassing stuff already, let's all swear to believe in this together, okay? That we'll always be friendly and that we'll always be happy.
Like how we'll end up like our parents. As if we'll ever search for each other's weaknesses going after grandfather's fortune. Okay! We'll always be friendly and happy. Let's all believe in that. No matter how much we cousins try to nostalgically have fun, dark clouds continue to approach Brokenjima. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and let us see the clear skies before we leave the island. Who cares about what our parents are planning? Who cares about the inheritance and the honor of our old family? As youthful as we were renewing our old friendship, and we all believed together that we could find happiness. So I want this pair of days to end without anything weird happening, in peace and happiness and calmly. No, I don't just want them to end. Wait, what? So I want this period of days to end without anything weird happening, in peace and happiness and calmly. No, I don't just want them to end. Please let them end. Oh! That's why that dialogue caught me off guard. I didn't understand it. Afterlife Skedaddle. Hello. Oh, cool, you're reading along with the new Homestuck release. I always love the Typhoon. Yeah! This Homestuck is so good. Alright. Man, I knew I was too happy. Oh, okay. In your dreams! Damn it! Don't show up! Don't appear! Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I finally prepared a new game. Come, let us begin this tale of tragedy. Come to me, winds, rain, typhoon. Cut this island off from the real world. Throw Ronkenjima into another realm, into the spirit world, into a world of fantasy.
And so the tale repeated for the third time. However, to an endless witch, what did it matter whether it was the first, second, or third time? It probably didn't matter at all. After all, this was the tale of fantasy, endlessly repeating until the match was settled. Would Battler surrender first, or would the witch? Then the sky grew dark and cloudy, and the rain and wind were summoned together and became a typhoon. Maria could be seen in the rose garden, paying no mind to the rain that had started falling. Going around in circles, searching for that single rose that should have been marked.
Not here, not here. My rose. That was marked here.
Maria definitely remembered it. That rose had been in the flower bed right here. And yet, it wasn't anymore. She didn't know what to do with her irritation at not being able to find something that should have been there, and moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she'd be able to see it if she looked at a different angle. But even though she did that, there was no way to find something that wasn't there. I'm curious about what the rose means. I wonder if it represents magic in general. Maria looking for it, but it doesn't exist, like magic. Perhaps, perhaps. Stormkite. I wonder, some kind of wonder silver. It looks like we're in some king of weird route. There was no way even Maria would fail to notice this. However, if she didn't find her rose here, it would surely disappear forever. Maria believed that. That feeling spurred her on to keep searching for a rose that she had no chance of finding. Just then, the cold drops of rain tormenting Maria were suddenly blocked. Huh? Maria raised her head. When she did, she saw an umbrella there, protecting her from the rain. And the one holding out the umbrella was... okay. The witch she admired, Beatrice. Beatrice! One sec. I'll be right back. Gotta get some water. What are you doing so frantically in the middle of all this rain? You could catch a cold like this. Even witches have to care for their own health.
I can't find my rose. No matter how many times I search, even though I should have been here, I can't find it.
Maria told Beatrice about how there had been a slightly unhealthy, pitiful rose, and that she was sure they had marked it. So you can't find it. If you are a witch's apprentice, you should use magic to search for that rose. I believe that searching with just your eyes won't be nearly enough.
I can't find it. I did my best and tried to search with magic, but I can't find it.
I think practicing your magic is a very good thing, but it might be a little too much for you with all this wind and rain. Allow me to lend you some special power. Concern for one's disciples is also one of a teacher's duties.
Thank you, Beatrice.
Maria's face, which had been full of sadness until just now, split open into a grin. Maria knew. She knew that there was nothing Beatrice's magic couldn't do. So she was sure that Beatrice would be able to find the rose easily, even though Maria couldn't. Beatrice closed her eyes slightly, acting as though she was listening for something in all this wind and rain. Then she heard, opened her eyes, and spoke. All things in this world are transitory. Too bad, Maria. It seems your rose couldn't withstand all of this wind and rain.
Then my rose?
It was uprooted by the wind, and it's no longer of this world. What Maria had said was quite reasonable. What Beatrice had said was quite reasonable. There was nothing odd about the flower being broken off at the stem in the strong wind. However, Maria couldn't accept this and bitterly gave a low-pitched moan.
No.
Oh?
No! It's my rose! My rose won't come back, no! I'll bring it back to life with my magic. Beatrice, teach me how to revive a rose with magic.
It's much too early for an apprentice like you to learn the hidden art of endless magic. Know your place. Maria wiped the tears from her eyes full of regret. Beatrice shrugged her shoulders and chuckled at Maria's pitiful expression. Very well. I will lend you my power, the hidden art that can revive a rose.
Really?
Indeed. Well then, concentrate the power of your heart. Close your eyes, forget the rain, forget the wind, and search for the soul of the wandering rose with the eyes of your heart. Oh crap, I forgot, Ruby Tomate, if you're still there. I forgot yesterday, I wanted to ask if I could see the manga panels for when Rosa was being fed the food in the tea party. I really wanted to ask yesterday, but so much happened yesterday that I forgot to. So yes, but it's okay if you cannot. Let us return. Maria closed her eyes. Then she repeated Beatrice's song-like words. Come, try to remember. Rose, what form did you have?
Come, try to remember. Rose, what form did you have?
I'll look him up. The site of the manga got taken down, so I have to look somewhere else. What a shame, what the heck. I see. Don't look, don't listen, and believe. Release the power of your soul from the cage of flesh that imprisons it. That's it. Good. Around Maria, who was concentrated in her power, her eyes tightly shut. Small golden butterflies began to dance. Was this the manifestation of the magical power Maria had? Lost soul of the rose, gather into one and remember your form. Come, gather, remember. The glitter of the gold butterflies began to straighten and their numbers increased. Then Beatrice raised a finger up to the skies and they began to gather at the tip of that finger. This was the miracle of the golden magic. The gold butterflies began to condense into a single dazzling grain of gold. It was a single glittering gold seed. It rode on the tip of Beatrice's finger, bottled into a golden sprout and opened into a golden leaf. It then slowly fell from the fingertip, sank into the mud of the flower bed, and began to grow steadily. Maria, who admired magic and the witch, really wanted to see this fantastical sight. However, as an apprentice, Maria was still not qualified to see it. No, she was probably afraid that if she opened her eyes to look, the power that she had concentrated in her heart would be cut off, and the magic would be lost. Therefore, Beatrice, as the only one permitted to witness this golden miracle, was the only witch, the sole master of many miracles. Then the fully grown rose bloomed, creating one golden flower. And when Beatrice poked it with her finger in just the right way, the gold-colored sparkles scattered just as if a golden soap bubble had popped, and when what remained was a single beautiful rose.
It looks like you remembered a splendid rose. However, if we just leave it mixed in with these other roses, you won't be able to tell it apart. Shall I perform one last service?
Beatrice, for the sake of her cute apprentice, who was moaning even more now in concentration, decided to use one more bit of magic. When she snapped her fingers, a single gold butterfly appeared, fluttered around, and landed on the flower that had just been revived. Then it suddenly burst open and disappeared, becoming a golden lace and marking the rose.
That will do. Maria, you may open your eyes now. Huh? What's the rose? Where's the rose? It's not here. Not here.
Not over there. Over here.
Look, I've marked it with a golden lace. What? You did! Awesome, 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 awesome! Thank you, Beto. Thank you, Beto. I want to become a witch quickly, a great witch like you.
And you can. Long ago, I too wished for that innocently, just as you do, and I have attained that level. Maria was ecstatic over the revived rose, clapping her hands and jumping around in joy. Watching that, Beatrice also smiled, looking fairly pleased. Well, that was very nice. How Beatrice still holds some of the attitude from her old teacher. My. I'm checking something and then I'll look at the panels. Alright, let's look at the panels. Oh my gosh! That's so good! Oh wow! The artist is amazing! I'm just still looking at the first picture. Wow! That is so cool! Okay, next picture. Wow! That's so horrific! That's so cool! The facial expressions are insane! And the butler panel. Wow. I can't stop looking at the first picture. That one's phenomenal. That's so horrific. I love it. Wow. Oh man, if the game had visuals like that, I would explode. Anyways. Back. Yep. By now I can break and repair any soul if I try, not just that of Rose, and kill and revive as I please. Come, the barrier of the storm has now sealed Rokkenjima off from the natural world. Now is the time for the Golden Witch Beatrice to descend as an endless witch. Beatrice pulled from her pocket an envelope with the family crest, the one-winged eagle, and gave it to Maria. Maria frolicked around at being selected to be the witch's messenger. So, Kinso, I've come to join in on your fun once more. My preparations are already complete. What of you? Have you prepared enough coins to bet in tonight's game? I'm very much enjoying how fast episode 3 is moving. Oh, my throat.
Of course, I'm fully prepared, Beatrice. I've assembled a plethora of pieces. I've already both physically and mentally. So then, let us make the ante. All that you have given should be returned to you in the end. Come and take it!
Kinso flung the window of his study open wide, took up the valuable golden ring that had been on his finger, and threw it into the darkness of the raging wind and rain. That ring was struck by lightning, and after twinkling gold for an instant disappeared. Kinso watched it go, grinning broadly and fearlessly.
I don't think I'll lose. You are mine. Forever!
Dun dun. The ring that Kinso had thrown became a single gold butterfly and fluttered around in the wind and rain, and headed for the rose garden almost as though it was being guided there. It then found the finger of the golden witch and fluttered down. When it came down right in front of Beatrice, it burst open and returned to its original form, flying through the air. The way it was going, you would have expected to fall into a puddle, but it stopped suddenly in midair. Almost as if being transparent, if someone transparent person had caught it. Apparently, even Beatrice hadn't expected this. However, she realized what? No, who it was, and grinned broadly at it. Huh? Who? Dude, I thought this game was gonna have a small cast. Yes! Hot as Umineko, and then the fans go wild. Alright. He does look great. He does look great. He looks fantastic. But what does this mean? Is he a wizard? There's wizards now? As she did, the shadow of the person who had caught the ring began to fussily appear. It was the figure of a young man wearing a butler's uniform embroidered with the one-winged eagle crest. There was no man like this among the servants of the Ushinomiya family. Even so, Beatrice laughed as though it was someone she remembered fondly. I'm so excited. What's the name? Is the name gonna freak me out or... No BS though, bro. Did you really think that's what cast was having the spoiler intro? That's how I don't take into consideration things like that. If it doesn't happen in the story, it doesn't happen in my brain. So yes, I thought it had a small cast. I see Golden Land now. Check Golden Land 3, oh yeah, right. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the name. So it's gonna rage at the end, even by the end of episode 8. I'm so excited for the name. Like, is it gonna be something... I'm so excited. I'm just excited. And the names have always been interesting. It's either something that makes me mad, like if he's named after a demon, or it's gonna be something that I can actually look into, like Lambda Delta, Bernkastel. How I'm sure it doesn't matter, but I inferred that Bernkastel is German and Lambda Delta is Greek. Ronove? I'm trying to think. Ronove. Oh! It's not a spoiler. I'm going to look up the what's it called? Crap, I forgot the name, but the Gotha of demons, the Ars Gotha, because I think the Ronove sounds very, very familiar from there. Yep, Ronove is indeed in the Lesser Key of Solomon. Cool. He teaches art, rhetoric languages, and gives good and loyal servants the favor of friends and foes. Well, would you look at that? He is depicted as a monster holding a staff without detailing his appearance. He is also described as a taker of old souls after coming to Earth to harvest souls of decrepit humans and animals near death. Oh, now he's gonna kill Kinso. Awesome. Cool. And that one doesn't make me rage. Because the demons from the Ars Gotha or the Solomon keys, they don't have much lore like the Seven Princes, so you can really do whatever you want with them. They would never name these after demons. Hi Mitra. Yes, I am. This game is longer than the Bible. I'm not gonna be done until next year. Anyways. Ronove, is it? It's been quite some time. It seems you have remembered me. You were always a man who took loyalty seriously. Haha, get it?
It's been quite some time since your last correspondence. Not for a single day have I, Ronove, forgotten that I serve you, my lady. I was far more afraid that you had forgotten about me. After all, you can be quite forgetful.
I see. Yes, I certainly am forgetful. I'd forgotten even your sarcasm until I heard it again.
My lady, take this.
With an exaggerated yet elegant gesture, he bowed respectfully and held out to Beatrice the head's ring that he had just caught.
It is the Ushiromiya family head's ring returned to you from Ushiromiya Kinso. It is now once again in the possession of its master.
Indeed. This is Kinso announcing the start of the game. Of course I'll accept it.
So, how shall we play tonight? Shall I prepare the roulette immediately? Or shall I prepare some black tea first?
I can't decide which, but first I need you to greet someone. I'm sure that guy's got his mouth hanging open and can't shut it. Right, Butler? Oh gosh! Playable in Golden Fantasia. Don't be telling me these things. I'm so mad that Natsuhi isn't. Like, whatever.
Greetings. Allow me to introduce myself. I am called Ronove, and I serve at the side of my lady Beatrice. It is truly a pleasure to meet you.
See? His mouth is hanging open and he can't shut it, right? Yeah, no shit, another incomprehensible guy just showed up. First I grumble about goat-headed people doing the bondans, and then goat-heads start showing up in swarms. And since then, not only have those 7-ass Naysans appeared, but now there's even a butler? It doesn't make sense, cut it out. Character page, okay. Oh, brother. The goats! Low-level furniture who wait on batteries. There are many a number of at home, but have no individuality, and rarely speak. They faithfully obey their master's orders. Closer in sensibility to animals than humans, they are surprisingly stupid and occasionally get their orders wrong. By nature, they have huge bodies like minotaurs and possess incredible superhuman strength. They're low-level as furniture, but the ability to summon them inexhaustively is extremely useful. Ronove. I can't really... I mean, I guess that's a trend for all of them. These outfits, these, and these, yeah, there's nothing to read into, in my opinion. They're just... I guess these are supposed to be maid outfits, but like... Come on now. This one does look like a butler outfit. On the 72... No. I know he's named after one of the 72 demons from the Ars Gotta, but don't actually make them canon. That's gonna make me mad. It's like, just use the name, whatever, I'm over it. One of the 72 great demons serves a master in exchange for various forms of compensation. Presently has a contract with batteries as her butler, head furniture. That's cool. That's really cool. So she's actually made a contract with... Cool, that's awesome. Does that mean that Solomon is canon in this universe? I guess so. I mean, the Bible is, right? So has multiple underlings trained in housekeeping, and he himself is extremely capable of as the butler. Employing him has become a kind of status in the high society of witches. Furthermore, the cookies he bakes are superb, and witches will often line up to demand them. Should possess enormous magical power, but as he always shows deference to his master, his power level is an unknown quantity. Cool. By the way, Butler, did you notice? Did you realize that meeting him is a true devil's proof? Devil's proof? What do you mean? He may not look like it, but this guy is one of the 72, a genuine demon. In other words, I've brought a demon right in front of you, which truly proves that they exist. Ronove holds a noble rank in hell, the 27th highest ranked great demon. He's a pretty useful man. I summoned him in a high cause and made him serve me.
It is an honor to meet you. Well, my name is among those of the nobles of hell. I now serve as the head furniture of Battery-sama, who despite being a vulgar human, is a great witch of such caliber that demons flee before her.
He's a very useful man, but he's impudent with his words. Frustratingly enough, he sometimes forgets to respect his master.
Nothing in my contract that specifies the manner in which I am to speak. Would you like to change that contract?
It keeps me entertained, so it's fine. Beatrice turned her back to him, cackling. It's too late, the Wikipedia has his appearance here on it. You can't see it, dude. This is why there's a game. What do you mean by that? Like, Umineko's Ronove's wiki page has the picture of the actual Ronove demon illustration? After bowing once to her, Ronove turned back to Butler and stuck out his right hand, showing off an innocent smile. Normally this would mean that he was asking for a handshake. What is this supposed to be?
I am another who has been subjected to Milady's whims. In that sense, I am sure we could become good friends. This is a handshake, a friendship. Of course, there is no way implies your entry into the contract with the demon, so fear not.
If I could know something as well, what came first, Black Butler or Umineko? I just want to know, curiosity. The Ronove demon Wikipedia page says appears in Umineko. Ah, no, that's not. That's funny though, that's cool. The actual Ronove demon Wikipedia page is referencing Umineko. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's okay. Alright, okay. That's funny. Sorry, but I'm right in the middle of a big fight with your master. I only shake hands with an enemy after we've beaten each other in a rainy schoolyard and are all worn out like something you see in a teen drama. Remember that.
I see. To shake hands with you, Butler-sama, I must create a fitting atmosphere in a suitable location, exchanging sweet words and physical languages with you that rings true to your heart. When the opportunity arrives, I shall arrange for such an encounter. I must say, I simply love situations like that myself.
As Ronove laughed tauntingly, he whispered to Butler, bringing his face so close that their noses were almost touching. Yaoi? Butler, his face turned red after getting so close to another of the same sex, pushed him away. You're a creepy bastard. I see. Just right for purpose, Butler.
It is an honor to receive such words of praise. I'm very confident in my tea brewing abilities, so please look forward to tea time. Baking cookies is one of my hobbies, so please feel free to request any snacks you may desire.
Just what I expect from a pair of the same gender. You started getting along well right off the bat. I'm jealous.
My. I apologize for making you jealous, my lady. I shall now sneakily snatch your guests away from you. Well then, I will leave for now to retake my post as the head furniture and greet my subordinates. Please forgive my short absence.
Indeed. Only the common goats and the seven sisters used for the ceremony have manifested themselves. I'm okay. I'm not gonna get mad. They're not related in any way, shape, or form. It's just quite irksome that the seven princes of hell work under just a marquis of hell. Like, it's alright. You will be able to finish greeting them in no time.
Oh? Those lively seven sisters I hear. I wonder if those naughty girls have grown a little more graceful.
If that's graceful, I have no doubt. I'll have to doubt the definition of the word graceful.
Is that so? But I suppose you've already had the opportunity to play with those sisters. Judging by your expression, it would seem they're just as naughty as always. Even though I am always telling them to act more fitting as service of Baptism. What troublesome kids.
If that's your problem, don't worry. They actually act perfectly fitting for their master. Now, even you have to begin to say it. However, a conversation means that you accept your partner. The fact that you started to respond to my idle chatting proves that you are gradually starting to accept my existence. Ha! That's because even if the sun starts rising from the west, I will definitely, absolutely never accept that you're a witch. You might want to try a more positive approach, like crying and kissing my shoes. Even if Butler was bluffing, he still spoke forcefully, a fearless expression on his face. The witch and her butler snickered together and realizing that their guests had regained more than enough this willpower to attend to a new game. And the preparations were complete. After Ronove exchanged a few words with Beatrice, he bowed silently to Butler, scattered into several gold butterflies and disappeared. It is truly pleasing to have such a boisterous atmosphere. How boring were the days when I was trapped alone in this island, unable to regain my power and lacking anyone to talk to. I get how that unpleasant guy is really fitting for as your butler, but tell me, why has that butler only appeared now? You said something about how only the goats and the nechans of the seven stakes had manifested themselves. What did that mean? Indeed, you used to resist, but I am a fully fledged witch. I am in contact with several non-human entities in the spirit world. I'll bet. No sane people would hang out with you. First some goat monsters, then those ass nechans, and this time a demon butler showed up. I hate to think about it, but the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if even more weird people appeared. I don't want to get my hopes up because of Bernkastel and Lambda Delta not being named after actual Greek or German figures. But I would be very happy spiritual entities of other cultures showed up. But you know, the whole game is based on European isn't the right word, but English culture and mythology. So it makes sense that they would just focus on biblical and Abrahamic mythology. It's just weird that there's two witches named after German and Greek linguistics, even though they have no relation. As Mechans. God, I always get this weird. What has happened in Golden Land? I clicked play on your video, so I'm not finishing that. What's this picture? Holy moly. I get it. The gift. Okay, one more tangent is just, you know, because we were in a Japanese island and they already mentioned Shinto gods and Shinto priests and all that. I would absolutely die if a Shinto entity actually appeared. But you know, hope's down. I doubt it.
Among the furniture that work at my great golden mansion, how many demons do you think want to come over and play? They will keep coming. Many of them will appear. When the door to the Golden Land is open, I will call back all of my furniture and build my new castle here on Ronkenjima. Then I plan to invite all of my old friends and we will drink and dance together for 3 days and 3 nights. Of course, I also plan to invite Kinso's family, you see. You too, if you wish.
So, is this what you mean? That since you lost your power for a long time, you couldn't summon them? And then, since your magic power has been gradually increasing, you've become able to summon more and more monsters. It is as you say, you stopped at a hair's breadth before crumbling. But your heart is already wavering, and you are unable to deny that I am a witch. That wavering in your heart has been slowly restoring my power as a witch. So are you trying to say that creepy butler appeared because I started to surrender?
That's right! Bit by bit, you are surrendering to me! Isn't all that humiliation you suffered in the last game a result of you submitting to me so deeply? Wasn't it great when you had to sacrifice your back for the sake of my feet?
Damn it! I thought I'd be able to keep things as they were as long as I didn't accept you, but it looks like that was wrong.
Correct. The closer you get to surrendering, the more the game will swing in my favor. Isn't chess the same? In the process of cornering each other's kings, we trade several pieces. Of course, I still haven't cornered your king. And furthermore, you're giving it every time you've got just to help your king. You're giving it every time you've got just to help your king escape, and have lost several pieces to me, as well as a large advantage. It is only natural that further developments would tend to turn in my favor. From now on, you will probably be frantic as you try to avoid my checkmate. However, as you do, I will steal your pieces from you one by one. In the end, you'll have lost everything but your king, and you won't be able to escape no matter how much you try. Then you'll receive a true checkmate. You were talking big last time, weren't you? Something about how you'd never accept me and would torment me with eternal torture. Only witches who have reached the endless level can talk about eternity. That's been beyond you ever since the very beginning.
I don't think so. I know Badler will lock in. I have Bernkastel on my side.
Kinzo-sama has already publicly displayed the location of the hidden gold within the epitaph under my portrait. The rules apply equally to all who can read the epitaph. If you discover the gold, I should return everything to you. Tonight, I ask that you enjoy your battle of wits with Kinzo-sama to the fullest. I sincerely pray that this night will be both intelligent, intellectual, and elegant. That is the goal.
When Maria finished reading the letter that Beatriz had handed her, everyone was at a loss for words for a while. And then they all broke the silence at once.
Yay! Ridiculous! What a worthless, vicious prank!
Seriously? There is no way Father give up that head's ring. Beatrice! Ha! What a transparent prank, hoping to confuse us just by bringing up that name.
Small CC video. If I wasn't streaming, I would be taking a gazillion screenshots. This is true.
Hey, who filled this dress dessert up with a little too much punch? I will now applaud and praise you, so come clean, okay? Rosa?
Of course not! I wouldn't pull a prank by assuming Father's name!
Then Aniki!
Me? Are you an idiot? It was Nissan, right? Only he could pull something this vulgar.
Are you trying to mock me? I'm the one who wants to question you! Who is behind all this ill-nurtured prank?
Kraus beat the table and stared at everyone. Since that included the children too, he scared most of them.
A letter from a mysterious person who claims to have been given full rights to Father's assets. Considering the whole point of this family conference is a discussion of the subject, I think it's too hasty to call this a mere prank.
We can't be sure. Maybe it really is one of Father's shady pranks. He might have planned this to shock us a bit since we've been discussing the distribution of the inheritance without him. If that was the one who planned this, then we can't take what Maria-chan just read out loud as a joke, right?
That's right. If you interpret this contents literally, then this is a test from Father. The epitaph of the witch has been displayed in a hall for quite some time now, so that any of us could resolve it. There was plenty of notice. That means he was saying that the first person to solve it would be handed the inheritance along with all of his wealth, right?
I'm not sure what this is.
See, my magic granted your wish.
Oh, it was young Eva. That's what it was.
See, my magic granted your wish. Ridiculous! There is nothing of the sort! It is an unshakable fact that my husband will become the successor to the Ushirima family headship! Well, doesn't this letter shake that? This is a message from the person who was given full rights to all of Father's wealth! Nissan's right to become the head has returned to a blank slate. This person who solves the riddle, the person who finds Beatrice's gold will become the next head of the Ushirima family!
Ridiculous! Do you think we can trust the meaningless words of this letter? The seal is the real thing! There's no way we could trust that!
Then let's try to go and ask Father directly. At this point, you can't get away with saying this grumpy or feeling bad, right? The sealed wax clearly shows that this was from Father's representative. If you doubt that, then show some proof, Nissan. Show that this letter does not contain Father's will.
Very well. It is just as you say. It no longer matters whether Father is in a good mood or not. Let's go up and ask him directly. I'll do it. We'll ask Dad directly. Dad is Dad, so why would he act in such a roundabout way? Then again, I guess that would be like him.
I wonder if we really should continue this discussion on the assumption that this letter came from Father. Stupid Rosa! Isn't it obviously from Father? That letter is Father's! Isn't it obvious that he's given the four of us an even chance to become the successor? Die, you brainless idiots! Rosa really is dumb. If only she'd just give up and die. I'm sorry. That's right. I'm sorry.
I really like how Eva is acting. She's finally given a chance to get what she's always wanted, so she's very eager. In the beginning, the adults had all doubted the credibility of the letter, but after realizing that this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance in the inheritance struggle for the three younger siblings, Eva changed her position, claiming that the letter was authentic. Rudolph and Rosa caught on and agreed.
Outrageous! How can adults like you take such a worthless practice seriously? I don't need to be father to understand his contempt!
Whoa. Not too son. All we've gotta do is ask father and we're done, right? Won't everything be fine if father just tells us he didn't know anything about the letter?
Nissan, take responsibility and just go get him to say that he doesn't know about the letter. This is no time to get scared just because he's in a bad mood, okay? He's so scared of father at his age. That idiot. If only he'd just give up and die.
Yeah. Let's get this settled clearly. He's probably eating in his study right now. Let's have him set down his chopsticks for just a moment. It's decided. Let's go. Kairi, wait here for a while. We'll go to check whether it's true or not and come back quickly.
Thank you. I'll wait patiently for Goda-san to bring in dessert. The four siblings Matsui and Hideyoshi all rose from their seats forcefully and flew out into the hallway with a clatter. Afterwards, only the children, stunned completely speechless, Nanjo, who looked uncomfortable, and Kairi, who just shrugged, were left. This is incredible. In the middle of all this was Maria, who looked a little scared as the adults' sudden change. However, judging from her appearance, she didn't look like she realized the full meaning of what she just read. What in the world was all that about? I don't get it. They're all bastards. Do they really think that do they really want the inheritance that much? Everyone, this is our parents' problem. It has nothing to do with us. So you mustn't worry about it. Even if you say that, they were so blatant about it. I can't believe them, showing up their greed like that. Everyone has to believe together that we'll be happy. That's right. We all did promise. Come on, Butler-kun, Jessica-chan, you too. I feel horrible. We couldn't accept it all, but we laid down our arms for the time being. We've been vaguely aware of how filthy this family's conference is going to be. However, after that 6-year blank, I couldn't help being shocked. When he saw that the children were completely dejected, Dr. Manjo cleared his throat uncomfortably.
It's an adult matter. It has nothing to do with all of you young people. Let us forget about it.
I would if I could! I know it's hard, but forget it for now. All of your parents are fighting frantically to make your future just a little brighter. Please don't look at your injured parents with those cold eyes when they come back. No matter how much you ask us, Kairi-san, that'll be tough. If we could be happy with an explanation like that, we wouldn't be kids. Everyone, be happy! Can't get the dark! Believe! If everyone doesn't believe we can't be happy, then happiness won't get away! Everyone has to believe! I like the sound of that. I'll believe too. I'll believe we can find happiness. Aunt Kairi, thank you. But little Jessica, you believe too. Beatrice is suddenly always saying that magic wouldn't have any power if you don't believe. Kairi-san rose from her seat quietly, went over to Maria and crouched down so that their eyes met. Aunt Kairi believed. Now Butler and Jessica have to believe. Those two are strong. They'll feel better soon, and then they'll believe. Yeah. More importantly, I want you to tell me something. When Kairi-san said that, Jessica and Giorgianiki, Dr. Nanjo and I all listened closely. It looked like our parents were so concerned with the inheritance problem that grandfather filled their minds. We wanted to ask Maria about something simpler. Who? What? Who gave you that letter? Beatrice! The witch drawn in that portrait. She gave me this letter in an umbrella, and she used magic to fix my rose that was broken. Beatrice is an awesome witch who can do anything. Could you tell us about that in a bit more detail? Alright, allow me to check some Discord stuff. And then, one more chapter.
I'm afraid I have lied. Something has come up and now I must depart. So thank goodness it happened right when the chapter ended. So, episode 3 has already started. Amazingly. I'm glad that they did cut most of the intro. And we're just like right there already. Like, oh my goodness, that was great. But yeah, very short stream. And probably no stream on the weekend. But maybe on Sunday. We shall see. But yes, thank you for watching. Great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Please, not prepare your eye show speed while you're trying not to laugh gifts, because please not to don't die in this episode, at least not until the end. Please. Alright, that's all I can say. I am out now. Farewell to all. Thank you.